Back out on Dartmoor again. I put a video up about a fortnight ago saying I was getting ready, but the weather got a bit iffy, so we cancelled it and went to Goat Island instead. But we're back out now, and we've just left Postbridge and we're going to go to Fur Tor. Don't know if you can hear it, but just in the distance there's a cuckoo. Nice little waterfall there. So we've stopped for lunch now. We didn't get started until about 1:45, and it's about 1:30 now. So we stopped for the sandwich before it got too hot in the pack, and a drink of water. So that's the path we'll be taking. So we've come from the stile on a contour on a fairly well marked path, and we've come around the corner now and we're working our way up this gorge. Beautiful. Just see Fernworthy Forest there up on the horizon at the top of the valley. So I've been walking along a contour on this path, and I think it's on top of a man-made structure, which is probably a wall with behind it what is an old leat. There's a ditch here, and further back there were a couple of stones across it like a bridge, so I think that's what it is, an old leat. There's another of those little bridges I was talking about. There's the black sheep of the family. It was a bit of a struggle coming up the gorge at this stretch, but I preferred staying low rather than climbing on the steep sides because of my balance problem. So it's flattened out a bit from the gorge now, but about to re-enter another one, Sandy Hole Pass. But we're going to take the path up over the top of the hill. Hi again. Well, we're now at Cutwater, at the bottom of the hill going up the Fur Tor, and having a bite to eat, and replenish with water, because we're going to camp on Fur Tor where there's no water at the top, and yeah, have a little bit of rest, enjoy the sunshine. Took us about 3 hours to get here to Cutwater from Postbridge, and I don't know if you can see them behind me, but we're going to follow the poles up to Fur Tor. Might do a bit of water filtering in a minute and show you a little thing that I've got on my water filter that just a marginal innovation, so I think it's quite good. See you in a minute. So way up there on the horizon you can see Quinton's Man, and then to the left and down a bit you can see Kit Rocks. Sometimes we camp up there. You can cross the river there, so that's quite handy. So because we're camping at the top of Fur Tor, I've bought a couple of bladders for extra water for tonight and for tomorrow morning. But I just wanted to show you this. Well, you've all seen one of these before, the Sawyer water filter, and it's got a cap on this end to keep the end covered, but it doesn't have one for this end, so I made one. It's just made out of a bottle, plastic bottle. Just cut the end off, put something in there, glued it on, and screws in. So now both ends of the filter are protected when it's in the pack. Okay. So Carol just blows in it to unstick it, sort of thing. Then try filling it. it won't do it very well until you get to the waterfall. If you've got a really good waterfall, it's great. If not, you need to top it up with using a mug. So that's pretty good. So that's water for the trip up the Fur Tor. So we've just sort of summited by the corner of the poles, taking a quick shortcut across the corner between the poles, and there ahead of us is our destination, Fur Tor, and a magnificent view of loads of other tors. So one of the things I've been trying out on this trip, been waiting for a while, is the new sleeping bag. So I've got an OEX Evolution, which is lighter and warmer than my Mountain Warehouse one. Comes in a really good bag, which is waterproof. It's very heavy, the bag, so I've put it in a lightweight waterproof bag, Bango bag. So that's one thing I wanted to try out. The other thing is this new pack. A lot lighter than my other pack, but a lot smaller. It's only 45 litres and yes, 45 litres, which is quite a bit smaller than my other one. But we fit it in today fine. Having said that, we're only here for a one-nighter and we're sharing a tent, two-man tent. So we'll see what it's like when I go for 2 nights on my own or with a friend, where I have to carry my own one-man tent. But I think it's going to be good. Anyways, managed to get out today at just under 8 kilos, and Carol just under, what was it?
7.
And that included having the luxury of a litre of wine to drink this evening, and the radio to listen to the cricket. So I think we did all right. Updated my hook system with 2 plastic hooks. I put them on a hot knife and melted them together to make one double hook, as it were. And that is a really quick and convenient way of keeping the tent doors open without having to roll them up and find all the toggles, etc., etc. Sun's come out. It's been pretty sunny all day, actually, on and off, but it was very difficult to decide from the weather forecast. We looked at several, whether to go to the north more or the south more, and in the end there wasn't much in it, so decided to come to Fur Tor from Postbridge. And Fur Tor, one of my favourite campsites really, at the top here. We've had to carry water up, of course, which is heavy, but there's such a view just around all the tors. You can see everything from here just about. It's fantastic. We've got a fantastic long horizon, so we'll get sun hopefully until this evening, well into the evening. Yeah, it's really good, and you get great views from up here. Loads of different tours, Dunnet Goats, Chat Tor and Hare Tor and Great Mist Tor, and yeah, fantastic. So, time for a glass of wine, I think, and that's what we're going to do. Carol's going to pour out some wine, and we'll enjoy the sunshine and the view. Got a few peanuts here for a bit of salt, and a mug of wine. Cheers. So one of the great things about having this stopper that I made is that because you've got a stopper at both ends now, once you've sort of dried the end off and you put it in your pack, it won't leak water and you won't get water into your pack. It's really quite handy. Quite pleased with it. Just about 7 o'clock. We've got up, and as you can see, misty all around. Hopefully the sun will burn the mist off later. We're off back down to Postbridge now, and as we say, leave no trace. Can't even see where the tent was. Unfortunately, some previous people did leave trace, and we've picked up some of their plastic rubbish and we'll be carrying it out. Still a little bit of mist coming in, but in the main the visibility is pretty good, and I think it's going to be a fine day. Easy navigation. So on our way down now, you can see the Fernworthy forest there on the horizon, and then the gorge that we came up, but we're going to go back over the top on this path. You can see it dead ahead of us now. So we're almost back to where we had lunch yesterday. Behind me is the stile that we crossed over to follow the river up the gorge. We've just come down the path behind us now, and we're just about to go down into the valley here and cross the water and walk back to Postbridge. So, been a great trip, great adventure, and great weather. No rain. The new sleeping bag was fine. New pack's been great. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers for now.